most intense, thrilling, electrifying sport on the planet. Mixed martial arts. You've been looking for the definitive podcast to call your new home to hear everything about it. The search is over. This is the MMA Anomaly Show. No filter. Bringing you the hottest MMA breakdowns straight from the heart of the octagon. This show is all about MMA breakdowns. For fans, by fans. We're talking UFC, MMA, and the occasional big boxing match. We'll bring our unique take on how these fights are going to play out and who we think are the best bets. Welcome to the MMA Anomaly Show. No filter. And now your hosts, Olin, a.k.a. MMA Anomaly, and Emiliana.
That's right, folks. As you can see, it's a bit of a different flow today, right? We don't have Nano in the house. However, we do have the man, the myth, the legend, S-Dogs MMA talk up in this mother. How we doing, Sterling?
Brother, I am happy to be back with the homies, son. It's been a very long time since we've done a one-on-one. Been having a lot of the boys with us. Had an amazing award show last week. Just been a great time to be doing podcasting this year over MMA content. But these are my favorite, brother. Just being one-on-one with the homie. How are you feeling, my brother, and how was Christmas?
Man, Christmas was absolutely fantastic. No complaints. Spent some time with family out here on the California end. Christmas cheer was in the air. Everything, the vibes were immaculate, as the kids say. And, got a nice new pair of headphones for Christmas. Any standout gifts or moments for you, my friend?
I kind of did the same thing, brother. Went and met some of the family out in the country. We did a bit of a white elephant this year. Kind of switched it up on everyone. So I got a lot of good stuff for my car. Got me a little cash money and just vibed out with the people, ate some good food. And yeah, brother, we're here. I'm ready to talk MMA with the boy. It's been a minute. I feel like it's only been since Monday. We just saw each other chopping up about the awards this year. But bro, I feel like it's been ages, man. I've missed MMA. Let me tell you that bad.
Man, it feels like a drug sometimes, this sport that we love, right? As you spark up there to the side here. Look, man. When we go without fights, it truly does feel like we're having withdrawals to an extent. And it's tough. It's tough. But I digress. That 2 to 3 week time span we have without fights every year, or mixed martial arts fights, I should say. We were blessed by the martial arts gods, the combat sports gods last week with the little boxing gift. But, that's lo and behold, it's not the same. There's no elbows. There's no knees. It's tough. It's tough, bro. But it helps. It helps ease the pain, right? Yeah. It's like, no one wants to get shot in the arm, but if they give you some kind of pain med after that, it probably helps ease the pain. That's what this feels like, right? Feels like we got wounded, but the doctors gave us a little something on top to help take the edge off, right? So look, with that being said, we have a little bit of I don't want to call it filler content to go over, but content nonetheless that we should really, really talk about here. And what that content is the MMA Anomaly Award Show is coming up. It is a labor of love, truly. One of my favorite episodes, if not my favorite episode that we do every year on this show. I think I spent a little over 40 hours of energy and time and work putting together the cuts and edits last year. And I will do no less this year, folks. It's a simple fact. So, in fact, I'll probably do more because we have more categories, which means more fun for us to break down today in the MMA Anomaly Show pre-award show here, folks. So, let's hit the air horns. And with that being said, we are going to jump into some of the most conventional topics you've heard of, like best fighter, best female fighter, fight of the year, submission of the year, etc. All the way down to, maybe some unorthodox topics like best human backpack in mixed martial arts. That's a fun one. So we are going to talk about our picks. And as we talk about our picks, the only thing we ask you to do is whether you're watching on X or Twitter, whatever the people are calling it these days, or you're watching on YouTube, please do us a favor And in the comment section below, let us know your picks for each and every one of these topics and categories that we go over. So with that being said, we're going to jump into the first topic of discussion today, and that is best male fighter of the year. Sterling, I'm going to pass it to you first, friend. Who do you have for your pick, best male fighter of the year?
Well, folks, if you weren't already tuned in to this past Monday when we did S-Dogs MMA Talks award show, it was a banger. We had 7 of the boys on the panel. It deserves all the air horns. It was one of my favorite shows. Not only was it the most liked show I've done and the most positive feedback I got on there, it was just a good time going over all this in your head and kind of just recapping what an amazing year we had, especially when you got 7 people on there all picking different picks and kind of comparing it to each other. So this pick right here, brother, is probably going to be like most people. And shout out Leroy and Will Harrell already in the chat, son. Big appreciate y'all. But who I'm going to give it to, man, and this is probably going to be who 95% of the earth gave it to, is Alex Pereira. It's so hard not to pick against him. My man had 3 title fights, all finishes, fought on 2-week notice while he was in vacation on the other side of the world, came over here, and, bro, he's doing this shit to Yuri and Jamal Hill, who never get dropped or dealt with the way he's dealing with these dudes, bro. I mean, they're nasty, vicious KOs. I'm going to have to give it to Alex P. I'm excited to see what you got over there, brother. Maybe you switch it up since Monday. But, folks, if you are not tuned in to MMA Anomalies Award Show, go back and watch last year's. This man's going to drop some fire. I'll be making a feature on there. But when y'all see it all together, it's going to fucking blow your mind. I cannot wait to see what this man comes up with, but also I can't wait to see who your male fighter of the year was, brother. I'm going with Shama. What you got over there?
Oh, man. It is tough to not go with Chama. I mean, look, he's the guy. He's the savior. He is the savior of the UFC. He saved not 1, not 2, but 3 UFC cards here, folks. He deserves all the fucking air horns in the world. But, I mean, if we're talking about best MMA male fighter of the year, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's tough. It's tough for me to say anybody other than, look, I don't want to jump on the bandwagon and say Alex Pereira. I did actually see him this year, like very up close, terrifying individual, just a towering fucking human being. But just to not stick with the crowd, I'll give you not 1 but 2 names that I think have to be on the short list with these nominees. You got Carlos the Nightmare Pretes. Not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 fucking finishes in the year 2024.
That is nasty.
I mean, that's nasty work, brother. He went out there and not only did he beat every single person put in front of him this year, he dismantled them. Other than that, I mean, the obvious choice has got to be Ilia Topuria, right? Like,
yeah,
he went out there.
2 legends.
Yeah, he beat 2 of not only like the best people in the division of all time, not just in recent years, of all fucking time, but he went out there and he completely dethroned 2 people that have what the kids call aura, an immense level of aura. And like he stole that aura from him, right? He took somebody in Max Holloway that had never been finished in their entire MMA career, and he did just that. He finished him. And he made it look decisive in there. And then he went out there before that against Alexander the fucking Great. And he made him look like Alexander the Average, which is fucking tough. So, I mean, you hate to see it, right? Yeah, for me, those are the 2 biggest names on the list. And then, of course, honorable mention. Come on, folks. DDP. Shout out Africa. Your boy got it done. Man. Not once, but twice.
I like that honorably mentioned, brother, but if I could throw one more in there, like Frankie said, I like Joaquin Buckley for Fighter of the Year as well. I thought you were going to say him as well as Pratas, just because I'm not saying what Pratas did wasn't amazing. The dudes he's knocked out was amazing. But, brother, you look up Pratas' last 4 compared to Joaquin's last 4, I mean, it's stiff competition Joaquin had to fight, bro, and he finished everybody. So I wouldn't mind Joaquin up there as well, but shout out DDP. That man did damage this year.
I'm not mad at Joaquin Buckley. We might have to put him up for our MMA Anomaly Award of the Year, right? MMA Anomaly. So MMA part is obviously mixed martial arts. The Anomaly part is someone that's built a little bit different, right? Doesn't have to be their debut year, but maybe they came out this year and they showed something entirely different than what we had seen in years prior. I think Joaquin Buckley damn sure qualifies for that one. And I definitely think worth honorable mention in this one too, Sterling. Good shout out there, brother.
Yeah, bro.
So with that being said, we're going to jump into Sterling's favorite topic of the entire award show here.
Shit.
That's right, folks. We're talking about best women's fighter of the year. I'll go ahead and take the lead on this one because I know you've got a lot of thoughts and you can't wait to talk about it, but just hold them to yourself. Just let me give my quick spiel and I'll tag you right in, brother.
Hey, take your time.
When it comes to women's MMA, the only thing that comes to Sterling's mind is
Yeah, for sure.
So,
let's just go with that.
So look, folks, if you have any answer on your short list for women's MMA fighter of the year, and it's not Jasmine, you're probably fucking wrong, right? I know. You might be thinking, but Olin, but MMA Anomaly. There is Dr. Stoppage herself, a.k.a. Dr. Sleep, a.k.a. none other than Shi Ming Business. And look, respectful response, but I'd have to cut you off there and say
it's actually Yesidovich.
because that's just a fact, folks. Look, it's we're talking about a woman that's 3-0 in the year 2024 after having a little bit of blip, a little bit of a speed bump in 2023. Oh, but man, she just started fucking coasting. She found third gear, then fourth gear, and now I think she's coasting on into fifth gear, finding out what her top speed truly is on the highway that is mixed martial arts. Give me my girl, Jasmine, all fucking day. And not only did she get 3 impressive wins, nice post-fight speeches.
My balls is hot.
You know what I'm saying, Sterling? So speaking of hot balls, tell us who you had being the top women's MMA fighter of the year. As Leroy said, Manon Fior. Definitely a solid little honorable mention there.
That's not a bad one at all, bro. I'm going to go with another casual, basic answer. Your boy is not a casual, I promise y'all. But for these 2 awards, it's hard not to rock with the people. I'm going to go with Kayla Harrison, based off the fact that she brings the most excitement to women's MMA. As of right now, it used to be Amanda Nunes, it used to be Holly Holmes, it used to be Ronda Rousey, but honestly, Wei Li and Shevchenko really used to be them bitches, but they really kind of fight to really just stay champion now. I don't know if you've really noticed that, bro. Before they became champions and once they got the belt, they were sparking bitches. I mean, they were putting hoes to sleep, bro. Yeah, bro, and some of the craziest fights you've ever seen. But now they more just fight to defend, which is why I really wasn't excited for Shevchenko Grasso in the Sphere. But I'm going to go with Kayla Harrison. Even though she's not the most exciting fighter, she also brings that excitement to it. And she's the only one that will at least bring finishes, bro.
Yeah, I mean, that's a really, really solid call out.
I understand.
It's facts, bro. Like, I also got to tell you, I've asked a number of fighters to put me in a rear naked choke upon meeting them for the first time, which, I mean, such a cool profession, right? Like, name another profession where upon meeting someone, you can be like, hey, pleasure to meet you. Can you choke me, please? Fantastic.
And then look at that as like a
not an HR situation, right? Like, it's fantastic, this sport that we fucking love, and it's why we love it. But man, Kayla is definitely a fucking beast, and I got to tell you, of all the people that I've had put me in a rear naked choke that are professional fighters, she did it the tightest without me even having to ask her to. So that was real nice.
And shout out her for making 135, bro. People forget, dude. She used to fight at 145 at PFL and 155 sometimes. So the fact that she even cut down to 135, bro, and she's able to compete, respect, man.
Just fucking wild, honestly. Just wild.
It really is, bro. And she's fucking huge. She's built like a dude. Like she is. Like if I had her build when I cut weight, I would not be mad. I get real, the muscle fades away, folks. Let's just say that. Your boy loses water and muscle like crazy. But we've never missed weight. 6 times in a row, baby. Let's go.
Hell yeah. The air horns were a second late there, but better late than never, you know? So with that being said, we jump into best male fight of the year, 2024. I'm going to let you take the lead on this one. You already know my pick, but I've got like 5 or 6 other fallbacks. You know what I'm saying? So why don't you go ahead and tell the people what my first pick is? Because I know it's yours too, brother.
Right. Okay, bet. Okay, I'll go ahead and get this one out the way then. This UFC sphere, the Golden Boy Daniel Zehuter versus Ribovic is the greatest fight I've ever seen. Joe Rogan's ever seen. It's an absolute fucking scrap. Like Olin said, there's a couple more I want to throw out there as well. Khalil Roundtree, Alex Pereira. Oh my God. That was one of the greatest fights I've ever seen. And happy holidays to you, my brother. Shout out you being in the chat. Sugar, what's going on, big dog? But hey, that's for you, brother. That's for you, brother. But hey, and drop down who you got in the chat as well, bro. I'm interested to see who you got. But let me give you 1 or 2 more, Olin, before I throw it to you, because I don't want to take yours. Alex Pereira, Khalil Roundtree, the Golden Boy versus Ribovic. I don't want to say Holloway Gaethje. Everyone's gonna say that. I loved Islam versus Poirier, man. That was such a dog fight. That was a dog fight that people don't really give a lot of credit for. People need to go back and watch that. I've been hearing a lot of people talking about that, but that was an absolute scrap. And one more, bro, off the top of my head, I'm probably gonna think of 20 more right when I pass it back to you. I really liked Rakic versus Prohaska. Yuri versus Alexander Rakic was an absolute war, bro, for UFC 300 to be on the last card of the prelims. I loved that fight. So I know, like I said, I'm going to throw it over to you, brother, right now, and I'm going to think of 9 more. But the Golden Boy versus Ribovic has to be everyone's fight of the year. That was one of the greatest fights I've ever seen. Like, you did not know who was going to win that fight, literally, when Bruce Buffer was announcing the card. But go ahead, brother. Give me some. Manowitz. This is my favorite category because there's just so many fucking options to choose from, bro. It's the best. It is the best. I tell you, it's the best. So Will saying Hamzat destroying Rob. That's not a bad one, bro. That's not a bad one.
Best fight of the year though. It's tough because it was so short, right?
Best
like
moment.
Like cool for me, it's I don't know. It's how I weigh everything. Like, how much excitement is it going to give me?
No.
Is it going to give me 30 seconds of excitement? Is it going to give me 30 minutes of excitement? I want the 30 minutes, bro. So give me those longer fights. Zellhuber versus Ribovic is the right answer. It is the one that I will vote on, right? Mm-hmm. But if I have to give a secondary answer, there's a couple of them, right? I don't want to give the obvious Gaethje versus Holloway, because I feel like that's best performance of the year. Yeah. That's a good performance, right? But best fight. I mean, Max was up 4 rounds going into that 5th round, and then he pointed down and was like, let's fucking go. That made it a good fight because he sacrificed. He was willing to go out on his shield, right? And the knockout, come on. That was a movie moment. That was a holy shit moment, as Dana White says. But when we're talking about fight of the year, I'm talking about fights like you, right? Like fights where you didn't know who was going to win up until the very fucking moment the fight itself was over. Mm-hmm. Dustin Poirier versus Islam Makhachev is the hardest fight of Makhachev's career. And
dude.
Just like it was the hardest fight of fucking Khabib's career. I think that says something about our boy, Dustin fucking Poirier. Right? He's the fucking man.
One more dance. Max Holloway.
One more fucking dance.
EMF belt. Let's go, baby. Run it back.
And I'll fucking be there. I don't give a fuck if it's in Antarctica. I'm going to fucking be there, cage side kid. I don't care what it costs. I'll sell a fucking lung. Call me the Iron Lung. I only need one, baby. Look, Paul Felder all fucking day. Love that guy.
The Irish Dragon.
Yeah, it's got to be Poirier versus Makhachev for me if it's not Zellhuber versus Ribovic. And then honorable mention, I'll give you 2.
Surprise.
I'll give you 2.
Give me something different.
I'll give you 2.
Let me hit.
Mateusz Rebecki versus fucking Warrelby.
Oh my God. Oh my
Not Warrelby, Warrelby, right? War-L-I because that eye was nasty. I'd show you the eye on the fucking stream right now, but I'm not trying to lose viewers.
Yeah, you're
right.
And
speaking of eyes that got fucking torn to shreds, let me tell you about an eye that turned into mincemeat. An eyebrow that looked like it was ready to have some hamburger helper mix poured in because it was just cooked ground beef, folks. You know I'm talking about Alex Pereira versus Khalil Roundtree Jr. Why does it get honorable mention? Why was it a good fight? Because even though Roundtree had to go against fucking the best version of Alex Pereira, a version of him that unlocked, to those of you that watch Dragon Ball Z, fucking Ultra Instinct mode, this motherfucker was on one in that last round. He really turned it up and was seeing everything in slow motion. You could just fucking tell. But Khalil Roundtree Jr. had his moments. He was rocking and working and moving the head, cutting angles, and by God, he dropped Alex Pereira. He made it a gritty, nasty back and forth fight, and that's why you have to talk about it, folks. Speaking of talking about it, you got to talk about Saul Chavez in the chat right now.
My dog.
Let's go. Paid the cost to be the boss.
Shout out,
I love
Saul.
the diamond respect, baby. Let's fucking go. And shout out Will Harrell. Too many to pick.
Bro.
Facts. It's just facts.
I'm running through my head right now, but they're fights from last year too. I'm over here like, there's so many different fights that I thought of from last year, bro. Giga Cater, Rob Font, Cheeto. I mean, there's fucking tons, bro. Bro, the UFC is the greatest sport in the world, man. It's I mean, we need to hurry up and get to January 14th. I am fiending for a fight night. I'm not gonna lie to you. I am. It could be an all women's card. I can go watch Invicta's MMA right now, and I would be rock
satiated, happy.
Yes, brother. Yes. I would watch Little People MMA right now. I am fiending for violence.
All right, and with that being said, before we get demonetized, before we even get monetized, thanks to Ass Dogs MMA here, folks.
That's all good.
We're gonna jump into some more degenerate categories here, right? We are gonna do a little bit of foghorn leghorn. The best of times I say the worst of times. So we're gonna go through the best mouth in MMA first, followed by the worst mouth in MMA. So, Sterling, I mean, look, I know you're not drinking because you got a fight coming up. Until I get something scheduled, I will. But as soon as I do, it's going to be dry January up until that fucking moment, bitch. And then we just go to smoking. So just wait till it comes back, baby. Just
yes, sir.
Comes back. Until then, to all of you folks, all 22 of you that are watching us, if you drink, raise one up with us. If you don't, drink some fucking water. Raise up a fucking little bit of smoke. Whatever you do, either way, do you, because we appreciate the fuck out of you. And make sure you hit that like, comment, and subscribe, folks. Cheers to you all.
Come over here and vibe with the boys, folks. Everyone watching on X, come over here to the YouTube channel. If you're wondering, like, what would I go to on YouTube? It's right at the bottom, baby. MMA Anomaly and S Dogs MMA Talk. Literally, come on, hop in the chat, chop it up with the boys. It's a Friday night. We planned this last minute just to hop on and chop it up with you folks, baby.
Let's go,
We're
folks.
MMA fiends.
It's a Friday night. We're keeping it no fucking filter. And as we like to say, and as the man, the myth, the legend, Bruce likes to say,
ladies and gentlemen, we are live.
Come on, you can't get that anywhere else, folks, but here, baby. I mean, who's got the sound bar like MMA Anomaly over there? Let's fucking go. Let's go. And the t-shirt. Show them the t-shirts to give myself a little extra time to think. Let's go, folks. Let's go, folks.
Let's go.
I know the vibes. But to get back to your question, brother, the best mouth in MMA this year, there really wasn't too much trash talking. Even Colby was kind of chill this year. Ian Gary was a little cringy. Man, who give me yours. Give me yours, bro. Because I got the worst one in my head right now.
So I'll give you mine. It's not the most popular pick. I can honestly tell you, listen. You're gonna love this story. We did a little trip this year. We went to a wedding and a lot of family, and I left the room and left the podcast playing because my significant other was like, "Hey, can you just put something on playing in the background so I have something to listen to while I'm doing my makeup?"
I got it.
I put on a podcast, and it's the Show Me the Money podcast, and she got so annoyed by them talking that she just had to get up and turn it off. And she's like, "If I ever tell you to put something on for background noise, all that I ask is that it's not that shit ever again."
I know what you're about to say.
So look, I'm gonna go with Hinato Moicano.
Let's go.
Why am I going to go with Hinato
Let's
Moicano,
go.
folks?
That's a good one.
I'll tell you this.
That's a
I'm going to
good
tell you
one.
why I'm going with the money man himself. They said this in a comic book movie called The Losers, and I will repeat this fucking quote till the day I die because I just love it. It's a great movie quote, and here we go. I love him for the same reason that this quote exists. They said in the movie, well, Wade, it's like handing a 3-year-old a gun. You don't know what's going to happen next. But you know it's going to make headlines, Wade. That's why I did it. So, look, when you hand Money Moicano the mic, you don't know what he's going to say. Could be good, could be bad, could be ugly. You might not even understand it. But you know it's going to generate fucking headlines. That's why he's the best mouth in MMA for me. He doesn't even have to insult his opponent. He can just say some weird shit. Like, it's just fun to listen to the man talk.
This is number one bullshit. I was in Brazil eating steaks, drinking beers.
This motherfucker, I was eating steak, having beers. They call me, I say, what's Shelby?
But Paris,
he's fucking hilarious, bro.
I love your government, but your fucking taxes. He just starts fucking talking about
going off on taxes and shit, bro. Like, he is hilarious, bro.
Bro, so Olin, let me give you my 2 right here, brother, because I got 2 nice ones for you. At first, I thought you were talking about best mouth for press conference. I was gonna say Drick is DDP. My man made 2 grown men cry this year. Made Sean Strickland and Israel Adesanya literally cry. Think about that for a second, folks. Let's have 6 seconds of silence, real quick. Six seconds of silence for Drickus DDP. Made 2 grown men cry. Let's not forget about that. And then beat them both. I was gonna say beat the shit out of them, but didn't beat Sean Strickland, baby. And we're gonna find that out.
You can cuss on the No Filter show. It's fine.
Thank you, sir. But you got to give it to DDP for making 2 grown ass men cry. He really is kind of smooth at the mic. And a second one I was gonna give for post fights, brother Olin. The train, baby. The biggest bicep in Tennessee. You ain't going to give it to Nate Landwehr? We got to go to the train, baby. Blood. Hey, Olin, what's that quote? If I'm probably fucking winning, I'm not going to lose. What is it?
If I don't lose, I'm probably going to win.
Hey, and that's on the biggest biceps in Tennessee, baby.
He said straight up, hey, Austin, check out this bicep.
Yeah, son. I'm telling you.
And another great Nate the Train Landwehr quote that you can take to the bank, folks. Hey, listen. Dogs bark in the backyard. Dogs bark in the backyard.
Hey, Joaquin Buckley said on the St. Louis card when he met up with Nate Landwehr, he walked out the thing and Nate was on the phone with his wife and he went to go talk to him. And Nate was like, oh, 100%, bro. Oh,
Ronaldo Rodriguez?
Boy, the lazy boy? Come on, dog. Lazy boy's a motherfucker.
He's the only dude that I've actually seen legitimately get the end pass without getting the end pass.
Hey, Manel Cop.
No, dude, he's the next category. He's worst mouthpiece. What the fuck? All right, guys, Sterling has been a really good time on the show, folks. I mean, with takes like that, we just can't afford to have him on any longer. I'm just fucking with you.
But, I had to rub my eyes there. I'm glad you did that. But,
fucking Manel Cop, bro. More like Manel Cope if you're trying to put him in the best mouthpiece.
Bro, I'm just telling you, those are some of the best mouths. If you want to go ahead and get to the worst mouth, I'll start it off for you, brother.
Saul said fuckle DDP, which rhymes with suckle DDP, and I don't know what fuckle means. So I can only assume that he's a huge DDP fan, and he wants to suckle
not.
DDP.
No, he's not. He's a huge Israel Adesanya fan.
Oh, brother, I love the style bender. I really, really do. Anytime the style bender wins, I'm a big fan. But DDP is that guy.
Don't get it twisted, brother. I don't like Drickus. I'm just saying, you got to give it to him. He made 2 grown men cry.
Fair.
Made him cry. So it's just hard not to give it to him. And I also, shout out Juice Man in the chat, baby boy. What's going on, big dog? Get Juice Man this fucking air horn, son. He says, hey, go ahead.
Yo, were the Ferguson versus Cowboy rematch true? I just seen a post of Cowboy entering the testing pool. What y'all think? Fuck, I'll tell you what I think. Nothing
Go
good.
ahead.
I mean, Ferguson versus Cowboy is just gonna be a sad, sad fight, brother.
Whoa, Olin. Okay, let me take this real fast. Let me take this to get it back on a positive note. Do you not remember the first fight they had? It was a great
do.
fight. It was a
I
good
do.
fight, brother. We get them both back, rematch, Saucy Cowboy, old Tony.
But Tony's not on the
fight.
sauce, bro.
It's retirement fight, baby boy. Tony's got to go eventually. You might as well give him the Cowboy rather than fucking
Brother.
Michael Chandler again or Money
Bro,
Moicano.
if I knew we were gonna be talking about Tony Ferguson, I would have worn the MMA anomaly Tony Ferguson design shirt, brother.
Come on, dog. Hey,
my
like,
guy.
be real. You got to admit, that's a fun fight, and that's a good fight to happen.
That's the best possible matchup they could make outside of Tony Ferguson versus Nick Diaz.
I like that.
And then Cowboy versus Nate Diaz.
I mean, you
rematch.
don't like. Well, I would say he fucked Cowboy up the first time, so it's kind of.
But now would be a little bit more equalized because everybody's on steroids right now. Everybody's fucking on steroids except for me.
Motherfucking shit. Fuck Cowboys.
209, motherfucker. Everybody's doing steroids except for me and my brother.
Give me a water bottle, bitch. Someone give me a water bottle.
You know what the real money fight is. Not those motherfuckers you already punked at the press conference. Me.
You know what I'm saying? Right here, motherfucker. I'll slap at you. Hold on, just spill something, folks. But,
I
hey.
didn't spill shit. Close bottle.
My bad. I was like, oh shit, Olin, do you take a break? Leroy.
I never spill.
Leroy said, should I queue up some S-Dogs merch? You should, Leroy. Let's fucking go, baby. Let's get some S-Dogs MMA anomaly, no filter shit out there, baby boy.
Let's go.
Leroy.
Do we
Come
need
on,
to do
dog.
a fucking a crossover merch event? Look, I'm calling it right now, folks. When we go to the fucking International Fight Week,
Oh,
I made custom jerseys for my whole crew with their name across the back and the MMA Anomaly logo on their sleeve. So I'll send you the link to how I made those, and I feel like we should all rep like a similar make with our own logos on it.
hey, Leroy, capture that and get to work, son. You heard it here first. No filter. And also, shout out Big Captain Roth in the chat. Captain Tom. What's good, baby boy? Always good to have you in the building, son. What's up, brother? Always good to have the boys in the building, man. We got
And make sure
Leroy
you tune in to Capitan Rafuccio. He's actually going to be doing a show tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, if I remember correctly. Maybe 9:30. He'll throw that up in the chat, and I'll post that up on the live at the bottom, folks. But either way, make sure you tune into that. And if you're on my channel, please make sure you do me a favor. We're all about cross-pollination and making sure that if we rise, the lifting tide lifts all ships, folks, or the rising tide lifts all ships. So if you're tuning into MMA Anomaly, make sure you drop on over to S-Dogs MMA Talk after or during the show. Hit the like, the comment, the subscribe button, and make sure you show the kids some love. And folks, if you are over at S-Dogs MMA Talk, make sure you do the same. Show your boy some love. I don't expect you to tune in for the whole show on mine. Please give the man the watch hours that he deserves. But jump on over, hit the like, the comment, the subscribe, smash that bell for notifications so you know when we're live, baby. And
the chat, folks. Let's
Let's
go.
go.
Hop in the chat and be like Juice Man, be like Leroy, be like Saul, be like Will. Talk to your boys, baby. We love hearing from you. Let's fucking go.
let's fucking go indeed. So with that being said, Sterling, worst mouth in MMA.
I'll go
Who you
ahead.
got?
And give it to you right now. I was replying to Juice Man, dropping fucking fuego in the chat. I'll give you the worst mouth in the chat right now. I think it was Sean O'Malley this year. I think Sean O'Malley, everything he said this year was very fake, very Conor McGregor-esque. And I think a tie for worst mouth this year is Ilia Topuria with Sean O'Malley.
I'm so happy you didn't take my pick. I thought for sure you were about to fuck me.
Hey, which if y'all haven't seen already on Monday, we did a lot of that. A lot of Olin had to just get from the reserves, son. That man had to scrape from the bucket. But the boys are cultured over here, baby, and we know our shit. Makes me feel a little good, though. But, brother, I'm interested to see who you got. I'm going to go with Ilia Topuria and Sean O'Malley just for the cringiness, how fake they were this year. They're really trying to be knockoff McGregors. And if y'all ever see them outside of, like, press conferences and just on regular media, it's just rough, man. Like, it's like they're just making this shit up or like they're rehearsing it. So I'm going to go with that. They really don't mean what they're saying. Who do you got, bro?
Well, man, I'll tell you this. It's kind of crazy that we're not having the same pick, but we're also somehow having the same pick, right? So
Shit.
you base both your picks on them ripping off Conor McGregor and not having their own character.
Yep.
I picked my guys solely on that fucking reasoning. It's got to be Ian Gary, bro. Worst trash talker in all of MMA. Like,
Good one.
brother, my brother in Christ, you could literally have Chael Sonnen jump on the mic for you and it still wouldn't work. It's just bad. It's just bad.
Mm-hmm.
I can't get behind Ian Gary any more than he's lining people up to get behind his wife, you know?
Oh my God. That's hey, you gotta get it
I
out
know,
there,
a bit of a what the cuck joke, right? I know, what the cuck, right? Nobody? Nothing? All right. So look, man, it's got to be Ian Gary for me. I'm just not a fan.
I was just gonna say, but hey, I don't mind that one. If you have somebody else, I think there's a couple more we could list out here, brother. But I really don't mind the Ian Gary one, man. He is. It's just like real the same way. Real like, it's just not real, man. Like you just feel like they really forced it this year, bro. It was there was not a lot of good shit talking this year, man.
There really was not a lot of shit talking this year, man.
There really wasn't, bro.
Juiceman, shout out. Juiceman562. I smashed the like button for breakfast. Fucking love that, brother. And he says, I despise O'Sally to a level that's unrecognizable on planet
You're the
Earth.
man, Juice Man. Hey, I already do. I knew when I met this guy a couple weeks ago, he was a real one. I'm with you, Juice Man, as always. You're
We
the
already
man,
synced
brother.
it. We already synced it. And then Leroy, yo, chat, make sure if you're jumping in just to show some support, make sure you stick around for at least 3 minutes. YouTube will give the boys a boost. We appreciate the boost, folks. 100% with Juice Man. Yeah, well, we all are. Look, I love watching Sean fight. Hate watching him talk. It's just a fact. Saul Chavez throwing out fire and also throwing out some shade tonight. Cuck Gary, fair. Better than saying the other word that rhymes with cuck, because that's not good for monetization. Capitan Rafucho, sup Leroy, sup Juiceman, dude, sup you, right?
boys are
We
here,
appreciate
baby.
each and every one of you.
The
boys
boys
are back
are
in
here.
town.
Dude, I'm surprised you don't have that on the soundboard, brother.
I need to add that. I literally thought that this afternoon. Little Thin Lizzy, the boys are back in town.
Come on, dog. Hey, you
Gotta
need
cut
to
it
add
off.
some H-Town stuff on there. Put some Fat Pat on there one day, dog. We
brother.
We need to put some H-Town on that soundboard.
I mean,
brother.
Fat Pat's never been my gig, but Big Axe the Plug I fuck with.
I mean, he's from Dallas, but
Big Axe the Plug I fuck with.
gotta give you some Zero.
Hold on.
Please
No,
tell
what's
me you
the
know
other one?
Zero. Please tell me you know
Shabuzi I fuck with hard.
Zero. Shabuzi. Do you know Maxo Cream?
You gotta send him to me.
Okay,
I like, you know me, bro.
Hey,
I'm
you're
no
from
filter.
Dallas?
So if you send me someone, I'm gonna be like, I like him or I don't like him. Like,
But hey, you know what though? I respect the honesty. Rather you being like,
I'm never gonna lie to you, bro. I'm not good at it.
Yeah,
Because though I live in
respect that.
Cali, I grew up in Louisiana. If you know anything about the South, we're not good at lying, bro. Like, I'm gonna be real with you.
Brother. Hey, you're either good at it or you're dog shit at it. There's no
Facts.
in between in the South. You're either smooth or
It's
you're
a
like,
modern day mystery as to how I ended up in corporate sales for my real life job, because most people in that line of work are really good liars. I think I'm good at it because I'm not a good liar.
Hey, by the way, before we move on, brother, Juiceman's dropping some heat in the chat, man.
Let's
You're
see,
very
let's
better
see.
at reading this than me. So if you want to take the wheel like Jesus,
It's
take
because you're a man, Will Harrell, not a little boy that buys into the fake she that the UFC tries to sell to the casual just because he has colored hair. I don't buy it, nor will I ever.
Shout out Juice Man tonight.
Woo!
Oh, Friday night Juice Man.
All right, good job, champ.
Let's hit him with
Oh.
the Rick Sanchez up in this mother.
Hey, yes, bro. Yes, bro.
And
Shout out, shout out.
Sal, I'm gonna help S Dogs design some merch this weekend, I think. I got you, brother. I'm gonna help you out.
Hey, I'm telling y'all, folks, if you haven't already, go watch the award show Monday. You're going to see the work this man did for me. You're going to see the nasty backdrop this man did. These little anime character he's made for me. S-Dogs MMA Talk at the bottom. Hey, let me tell y'all right now, if it wasn't for this man to the left of me or right of me, however you see it, your boy would still probably be on Zoom on the black screen. And also, shout out the boys on the Fight Week show and Leroy in the chat. You're the fucking man, son. Save me.
I hit Leroy with some extra fucking air horns up in this bitch. And speaking of Leroy, I know you're working on some edits and stuff, but I really gotta ask. Where are you? Come on, bro. Hop in this bitch.
Let's go, dog. Olin, never change, bro. Never change.
I never will, bro. I'm always gonna be me, and you either love it or you hate it. And if you hate it, I'm not gonna beg you to be a part of my life. You know what I'm saying? My life's a potluck. I'm trying to bring something to the table, and as long as you do, you'll keep getting the fucking invite, kid. That's why I love you, Sterling.
Hey,
you always bring something to the table. Always.
You know the vibes over here, son.
Let's fucking
I'm just trying to keep up with you boys, dog. But go ahead, brother. Take the wheel.
Let's fucking go, man. So we're not going to do all of the categories, right? I'm going to build out the polls. I will be posting it on a website. I will post that to my Twitter. I will post that to the YouTube. I'll post it everywhere to the socials. So make sure you're following at MMA Anomaly on Twitter, mainly, as well as at MMA Anomaly on YouTube for that poll, so you can get your votes in. And folks, if you want to be a part of the show this year, just like last year and the year prior, send in a video clip. It can be long, it can be portrait, landscape, whatever the fuck you want. I'll figure it out editing wise, and we'll throw you in the video, and it'll also count as an extra vote for your pick on any of the categories or all of the categories. You can send 20 fucking short clips each for the categories, or you can send like a 3-minute clip for you giving your pick for each of the categories, and I'll do the fucking legwork and cut it out and ration it in. Either way, we appreciate the support. We appreciate each and every one of you guys and gals. And with that being said, we are going to go ahead and move into a really, really interesting category.
Show's not over, folks.
Most likely to miss weight.
I got that on the ready right now.
Holy shit, like that!
Right now. Bro, his
Take
name
the
came
lead.
to my head
Take the
right
lead.
there. I got it.
This is why I love this category, bro.
Easy. This name came to the frontal lobe of my brain. Kelvin Gastelum. That was the first thing that came to mind. He has a show. He has a YouTube channel called Missing Weight with Kelvin Gastelum, where he eats a bunch of fucking food the week of the fight and then tries to make weight. What the fuck? He missed weight 2 times this year. I mean, and then if you look at the prior time before this year, he's missed it 3 or 4 times. And honestly, him going down to 170 was crazy. Do you remember seeing him at 170, bro? He looked wild, bro. So I think my man eats too much quesadillas and tortas to make it down to 170 anymore, and he can barely make 185. Who was the fight he missed this year, bro? By like 10 pounds. They made him just come up to 195. Do you remember who it was?
Fuck, I don't remember off the top of my head who it was, but I know exactly I remember that.
Yes. Look, Juice Man even said Kelvin Gastelum. Juice Man, you already know, brother. Leroy said, obviously, Kelvin, he's a bum nowadays. Best he ever did was getting whooped by Izzy. Damn, take it easy, Leroy.
I disagree.
Damn, yeah, I was about to say, take it easy, brother. Oh, look who just joined in the chat while we're waiting for the answer.
Sav, I believe you just got a mic, right? Is that correct? I believe you told me you just got a mic. If you got that set up and you want to jump on, I mean, we'd love to hear some of your picks for this, hon. Let us know.
Sav, you're scared. You won't do it.
I think she will. So look, man, there's a number of different people you could throw into this one, right? Alexander Hernandez comes to mind. Missing weight by not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5 pounds. 4 if you include the 1 extra pound they give him for the cutoff. I mean, Cynthia Calvillo getting cut for cutting weight wrong. I mean, that's a big one. And then you gotta talk about my guy.
Hamzat?
I mean, Hamzat was tough, but that was last year, I believe, right? When he missed weight for the Diaz fight.
Yeah, that's true.
I was thinking more of the guy you were trying to throw into the conversation earlier, Manel Cope.
Oh,
can't cope with making weight.
Ooh, very true. Very true. Yeah, he needs to do what Figgy did, bro, and step up to 135. But
I've only given you my runner-ups. I haven't even given you my real pick.
Oh no, go ahead, bro. That's a good one.
Look, man, I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna tell you right fucking now, brother. I was there.
Okay.
I was there. International Fight Week.
Oh shit.
We did UFC X. Obviously didn't waste the money on the fucking fight card itself because it's just way overpriced for IFW. So we're sitting at a fucking what was it? Twin Peaks Sports Bar. When in walked the most plastered Brian Battle I've ever seen in my entire life. He couldn't even stand. He was doing a lot of shots, which is why we didn't go introduce ourselves to him, because we knew there was a 50-50 shot he'd be down to take a selfie or hit us in the face.
Damn, he was going hard like that?
Shit housed.
Oh, damn. When was this?
This was in June. That's why we bet against him in the fight against our guy.
Against Root Boy?
Against our boy Root Boy. So it's why me and the turkey had to go against the tide here. So look, man.
Damn, I didn't know that.
While we were there. And what's funny is Brian Battle missed weight by 5 pounds as well, but that's not even who I'm talking about.
Hey, Derek.
What's even funnier, Derek Renaud, is I'm not talking about Brian Battle, but I am talking about Brian.
Ortega?
Talking about Brian Ortega.
Ooh.
Who not only missed weight, but had his manager call his opponent, Diego Lopez, at 2 a.m. the night or day of their fight and say, hey, can we restructure the fight for a 155-pound fight? And then he missed 155.
And then pulled out.
And while we're sitting there, we're seeing all the tweets come up, and we're like, oh, man, 50K Diego, or 50K Dan Ige is about to step in and fight Diego Lopez. And I'm like, bro, that's fake news. That's literally not even the realm of reality.
Yeah.
The commission would have to sanction this on less than 8 hours notice. It's never been done for a professional fight at this level. And I just had to be fucking proven wrong, kid.
Hey, brother. I don't mind those at all, man. And I kind of like what the chat's saying as well with what they got going on here.
Dope
Daniel
Oilers
Rodriguez.
background? Is that what you're liking?
Oh, shout outs. Dope Oilers background. Oh, shout out 7. I didn't even see that. Sorry, folks. I just had a malfunction right there. I don't know. I think I just had a stroke. I'm back. Shout out 7, baby boy. We big appreciate you. You know what it is over here.
Sorry, you guys. S-Dogs is reconnecting right now.
I have to say, I spaced out. I'm not talking Elon Musk, but I spaced out right there. I was reading the chats and listening at the same time, but I wouldn't be mad at Daniel Rodriguez from Leroy there. What are your thoughts on that? And also, Will Harrell said MMA and S-Dog merch would be great. It's coming soon, baby boys.
Let's go!
Shout out Derek, shout out Juice Man, and shout out 7.
We're gonna have to make it happen, folks. It's the most dynamic and unheard of collaboration since Avengers Endgame. All right, but here we are. We're gonna make it happen.
Houston, Texas, and California coming together, folks. Who would have thought?
I mean, look. I'm more of a Louisiana boy at heart. So Louisiana and
That's
Texas coming together. Not that
Very
unheard
true.
of.
Shout out Katrina. Shout out Katrina. When everyone
Hey, shout out
came out
Katrina
here
for putting a hole in the roof of my first fucking car. Yeah, that's a good
Not
time.
like that. Not like that.
Good time. It's a good time.
I remember being.
Gotta love pecan trees.
Yeah. I remember being in school, bro, and then being in 6th grade, and then my class going from.
Don't age me like that, bro.
200.
Don't do that. Don't age me like that.
The chat.
But I just said it put a hole in the roof of my first car. He's like, I remember being in 6th grade. Fucking guy, bro.
I didn't catch that.
Fucking Christ, dude.
I didn't catch that. That's on me, dude. I didn't catch that. That's on me, bro. And Sav said her mic is on the way. Sav, we would love to have you on the show. And also, folks, Sav gave us a behind-the-scenes breakdown in Karate Combat that we will never forget.
Appreciate the insight for that. I'm pouring up a shot for Sav right now because Sav is a fucking real one.
Sav, I had nothing to drink over here or I would, and I just asked the joint. So unless I feel like rolling a whole nother one up, Sav, I'm sorry. But that could potentially happen. Who knows? Stick around. Stick around. But
cheers to you, Sav. And cheers to each and every one of you folks in the chat again. We go. Dude, I always tell you my lucky number is 616. As I raised my glass, I looked over at the side and it was 4919, which is upside down 616. Just a little tidbit. I always see that number. Oh, it's weird. I should have had the fucking X-Files queued up for that one. You know what I'm saying? Oh, there it is.
There it is. There it is. There it is. There it is.
So, folks, cheers to you. Cheers to us, and cheers to all the growth we've had in 2024 and all the beautiful mixed martial arts moments that we've gotten to witness in 2024. And again, as always, if you haven't already done the like, the comment, the subscribe, all the YouTube stuff, make sure you do that for us at MMA Anomaly, at Ass Dogs MMA Talk, and at the top of your fucking hearts, folks. We appreciate you.
I can't give the best of flex tonight, folks. Eric broke my fingers. They're destroyed. This is about as close as I can get them up. So I'm looking a little awkward on the flexes. That's why. But also, I big appreciate.
You look like you're trying to do a shadow puppet doggy over there, brother.
Bro, this is about the highest as I can get them now. This is it.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm so excited to come to Texas just so I can like bring my gear and spar you and Eric. Like I just feel like it's gonna be such a good time, like doing some light sparring for technique.
Yeah, that's all. Like, see, like look, like if you didn't know, like how the MMA world is or anything, bro, you'd be like, wait, what? Why would y'all do that? But it's like, bro, that's like, what do you mean?
What do you mean? Like, we're boys. We're both in MMA and we both train. Like, why wouldn't we do that?
Why wouldn't we do that? It's not even like hey, let's see who's better. It's like hey, bro, we both train. Let's flow. Let's have fun.
Let's flow. Let's have fun, and let's like sharpen each other. It's like, look, literally. if you've never trained, if you've never sparred, I'm gonna break it down to you on such a minuscule level in an analogy that you will understand. Okay, folks, picture with me, right? You're a kid. Mm-hmm. You're playing your favorite video game of all time. I don't care what it is. Maybe it's NBA Jam. Maybe it's Mortal Kombat 1 or 2. Madden. Maybe it's Madden, right? Maybe you're as old as me and it's fucking NFL quarterback club, you know, where you can talk shit on the defensive line. Welcome to the NFL, baby. You know what I'm saying? So no matter what it is that you're into, okay? Did you hate it when your best friend would come over and play that video game with you? Very true. And maybe he'd score that touchdown on you? Maybe he'd hit that fucking three-pointer with a player that didn't even have good three-point stats. And you're like, fuck, man. Dustin just hit that fucking three-pointer like it was money. Did you get mad? Or did it make you get better? Did it make you push harder? Did it make you want to be better at whatever game you're playing?
Let's go.
That's what happens.
That's what exactly.
We're trying to foster growth. We're not trying to fucking go and be like, hey, bro, look, I trained at AKA for 6 years. I'm going to whoop that ass, kid. That's not at all the fucking emotion I'm going in with. In fact, when I tell people that I train, they're like, you could probably whoop my ass. I typically respond with, no, sir. The moment I underestimate somebody is the moment I get knocked the fuck out.
I do the same thing. Like when I meet people, like they find out, like, oh, you've had 6 fights. Like, oh, shit. Like, I won't be around you when you're mad. And I'm like, it's the opposite, bro. Like, I want you to defend me. I'm not trying to get no extra bullshit.
I'm not trying to get extra experience.
No, I'm trying to chill, homie. And I am hurting. My fingers are fucked up. My toes are fucking broken damn near. My elbow, my body hurts. My knees are killing me. I don't want to get a street fight right now, dog. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to turn it down. I'm not going to be like, oh, this guy wants to bow up. I'm going to be like, hey, homie, I'm about to spark you. But I don't got to get in it, son. I'm chilling, bro. And what Juice Man says about your noise is hilarious with the X-Files. Shout out Juice Man. You are the man, brother.
X-Files. I was a kid when my mom would watch it. She didn't speak a lick of English. She was glued to the TV. I was like, what the fuck? I love it, dude. I love it. NFL Street, Sal Chavez said, shout out NFL Street.
Oh, these kids don't
go.
These kids don't know about NFL Street.
Brother. NFL Street went hard as fuck. Leroy said, I'd snatch you both. Well, I mean, you're right about me because I'll be completely honest with you, man. I have a real tough time actually opening up on people that I like. So it was one of my biggest problems in sparring. I was that guy that like, I have to get hit to hit back. You know what I mean?
Oh, I know exactly what you mean. But quite the opposite, Leroy. I don't like you. I'll spark you. Quite the opposite over here, Leroy.
I've got too much respect for him. I wouldn't want to hurt him.
No, I'll knock your Canadian ass out.
I'd be that guy that like the second I go over like 40% or 50%, I'd be like, oh, fuck. I came through. Sorry about that, bro. You all right?
That does. I mean, remember that video? I mean, did you see that video?
That does happen.
Eric?
That does happen. That does happen.
The first 3 seconds, I pop him with the left hook, and I literally go, "Oh, are you good?" And then he goes, "Let's go." And I was like, "Okay, bet." But like you literally see in the first 3 seconds, I pop Eric with a left hook. And then
dude, I'll be honest with you. The worst time I've ever been got in sparring, it didn't even hurt me. It was just a guy that was really fast and really quick, and it wasn't a body shot. It didn't hurt.
bro.
Dude, I was shuffling it. Body shots hurt. I hate body shots. I tell people all day, I'd rather eat 10 to 15 headshots than one perfect body shot. Because a body shot, you can't poker face.
Yeah.
Just shut you down.
Facts,
like the one that dropped me the worst did not hurt me at all. Right? I've never been knocked out, but I've been dropped hard. The hardest I've ever been dropped was by a Taekwondo guy. And he was like 6'1", and I'm like 5'9", 5'10" on a good day. Right?
Yeah.
And I shuffled in with a jab, just like karate style jab. And as I shuffled in, he backstepped and threw a high kick and just, and I just, my head went backwards as my body went forward for the jab, and my feet continued going forward. So I just like went like sideways. It was like comical. I felt like I looked like a fucking Looney Tune. And he's like, "Oh shit, my bad, bro. Are you okay?" And I'm like, "I'm fine." Like I jumped back up and I was good to go. And he's like, "Do you need a second?" I'm like, "No, I swear to like you didn't hurt me. I'm good." But like it was perfectly timed. Like you dropped my shit, but I'm good.
Yeah, like you're like respect. But
it was momentum. Like my bottom half was still moving forward, and he just stopped the top half momentum.
Olin, something happened to you with an uppercut.
Did you say Brolin?
Did I? I thought I said Olin.
Brolin.
Well, maybe I did, motherfucker. You're Brolin.
I'm not mad at it. I've been called it before.
But look, so listen, fucking Brolin. But look, I did the same thing to me, bro. I literally leaned down one time I was exhausted. It was the last 30 seconds of the round. And you know how I am? Like I have like this hands down style. And I leaned down.
You keep your hand out and you lean your head back in the pocket. I broke down your style for Mayor the other day, bro. I was literally like, this motherfucker is like a fucking big Nate Diaz. He keeps pepper in your head at all times. And then pop. You just sprinkle shit in, bro. Like that's why I can't wait to spar you. Cause like I'm already watching the videos and I'm like downloading, bro.
Oh, that's the biggest compliment I've ever received in my life, bro. I've tried to blend Nate Diaz and Bobby Green together for the last 5 years now.
I literally said he's like Strike Force Nate and Nick.
Bro, like that is the biggest compliment you could ever give me. I will tell you that right now. Bro, because bro, that's exactly what it is. And like
just poke and prod style.
Bro, I'm right there, and like you said, bro, like even I'm to the head with this hand, and when I come right here, I will literally come right back and rip your body, and then
even if it doesn't hurt, it's annoying as fuck your style. Like I hate your style.
Fuck yeah, bro.
I hate your style.
And I'm pressing because like I can eat those shots. So I'm boom, 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 and I'm just right here, boom to the body. Boom, 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 boom. And I'm just constantly like.
And I'm the opposite, bro. Like I'm constant like bouncing on my tippy toes, making you come in. The second you take a forward step, I'm bouncing your fucking leg off from underneath you. And then as soon as you start going low and blocking legs, then I start blasting jabs and fucking lead hooks.
Bro, I know exactly.
We're so different styles, bro.
I used to try to do that Conor McGregor style, but it's so exhausting.
It's fucking so
exhausting. It's exhausting, bro. I don't know how you do it.
I did it. So I have a decent size like home office setup, and I did VR. And usually I do like VR, just like workout game that they have. But I did Thrill of the Fight the other day, which I love that game. And it takes whatever your area is, and it lets you circle around that area as a boxing ring. And I was fighting the highest level opponent I have unlocked, and I punched the fuck out of my standing fan 3 times, bro. And Mare was like, "How the fuck did you get to that end of the room?" And I'm like, "What's playing Thrill of the Fight? It's different than the other one." And this motherfucker kept running, and she's like, "Why the fuck would he be running?" I was like, "Well, he landed 75 strikes, and I landed 555 across 4 rounds." So I mean, like he was trying to get the fuck away. He's like moving around.
Yeah, but like I don't know if you noticed this too. I switch stances a lot too. Do you switch stances, bro? I don't know if you noticed that. I switch stances like every 3 punches. I switch stances.
I switch stances based on necessity. I like to switch stances, but I forget to do it in the heat of the moment.
Oh, really?
But if you start abusing my lead leg, or if I like get tired, with my lead arm, or for example, like if I'm like peppering you up with crosses, and like you know how it is, right? If you're throwing everything you've got into crosses or hooks, that elbow connector tissue is going to start to feel really fucking rancid, right? So like if that starts to happen on my power hand, then I'm switching it up and I'm leading my right, because then like I can still come in and like it's not going to hurt as much if I just pepper up on the body with a shot with that right hand and double up on the right and then throw that left hand over the top.
Are you exploding on all your shots?
like 60% of them if I'm in an actual bout.
Really?
Or yeah, if we're doing hard sparring or if we're in an actual bout, yeah. I like people have asked me like, hey, what would you describe your style of fight is? And I would say like if we're talking in terms of like fireworks, I'm a bottle rocket. Like I can't tell you I'm gonna last as long as some of the other fireworks, but I can promise I'll be exciting every single fucking time, bro.
That first 5 minutes is a motherfucker. Yeah,
It's a motherfucker. I thought power, bro.
bro, that's wild. I literally take the Nick Diaz approach. I throw like
You go light until the
40.
last round. I can tell.
yes, bro. I go so light to the last. Like I will go.
But my accuracy gets better throughout the rounds, like Poirier.
Oh,
like-
really?
So like my
yeah,
first round
you-
accuracy and my volume is lower. So like I'm throwing power in the first round, but I'm throwing like 15 to 30 power shots, right? And then in round 2, I'm doubling that effort. I'm throwing like 50 to 65 power shots, but I'm also connecting on like 50 to 70% versus the first round, connecting on an even lower clip at a lower output.
I get
So
what
like
you're saying.
my output goes up and my accuracy tends to go up throughout the fight or the round of sparring or
That's
rounds.
crazy, dude.
Yeah, I feel like the
Yeah,
more
we
like
are
I'm more of a
off.
cerebral fighter than anything because like I like
so
that's why I like Izzy because like he
Yeah.
doesn't fight at all in the first round typically. Like he's downloading
No.
data.
Yeah,
I like that. That's why I like Poirier too. Like Poirier is a very notoriously slow starter. That's why he lost the first fight to McGregor.
Cheeto Vera, same exact.
Cheeto
way that
Vera's the
first round,
worst at starting
Oh.
slow, bro. And
Yes,
again,
bro.
I have a Cheeto Vera shirt from the San Diego card. I wore it.
Yes,
Like,
yes.
mind you,
But-
they had to have him walk out on a separate side so he didn't get fucked up because like San Diego town for Dom.
Yeah, bro. I that's crazy you were there. I watched that fight the other day when he head kicked him, and he was like, "San Diego, sorry about your boy, but this is Ecuador. We're in the
The
casa."
sound that made.
Oh,
I will look.
bro.
I'll tell you right now, Sterling. We're
Bro.
definitely off topic here for the award show, but that's okay
Oh,
because
yeah,
that's
we
what this
were
show is
way
all
off.
about. It's no filter, folks. I'll tell you the two things I remember most about going to San Diego, UFC San Diego, is this. One, the sound that head kick made when it connected to Dominic Cruz's dome.
Mm.
It echoed throughout the stadium. It was Pachango Arena, and it's a small fucking arena. No air condition. Shout out, Saf. I know you know what that feels like. It's hot. It's hot as a motherfucker up in there.
Really?
Um,
Why no
We were
AC?
2 seats away from the edge,
Yeah.
and the two guys that were at the edge, I still follow both of them. One of them is military. Shout out. He's a dope ass motherfucker. Bro, they literally were like, hey, we're not even huge UFC fans like that. So like if you want to walk, like switch places when the fighters are walking out, because we were where the fighters walk out.
oh,
He's like,
what,
you can do that to dap them up. And I'm like, fuck yeah, bro. Like we'll let you know whenever our favorites are coming
Yeah.
out.
bro?
And so I believe it was it Cynthia Calvillo that came out? That was her last fight for the UFC. And I told Drew, because he had a crush on her, I was like, I'll record you dapping her up. You record me dapping up Ariane Lipski. And he's like, fuck yeah. I got a 4K Ultra HD video of Drew dapping up Cynthia Calvillo. Sick as fuck. Or whoever it was that he was hype about.
I was about to say, why Cynthia Calvillo?
He's always thought she was cute.
Okay,
But
that's amazing.
and then Queen of Violence comes out. I hand him my phone. She grabbed my hand.
He
She
missed
grabbed
it.
my hand, Sterling.
He misses it.
Bro, she did one of those. She's all
Oh,
boom.
yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God, I touched her. And I turn around. I'm like, did you get that? And then he lifts the phone up from his leg and he's like, oh my God, I forgot I was recording. So I got a video
again
of me handing Drew the phone and him going,
bro.
oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Hand at his side. You just see people's legs. And then you see it come up to me looking disappointed. I deleted the video.
Bro, that's fucking brutal, bro.
It was tough.
But also, you know what else you heard while you were there? That walkout song that Juice Man just put. You gotta admit, bro, that walkout song by Cheeto is a fucking banger, bro.
That shit was fire, boy.
Bro, that shit is a banger. That Jamaican shit he comes out to for I don't want to fuck this name up. I'm gonna try. Is it Tronix?
Chronics.
Chronix? God dang.
Chronics, brother. It's what you've been smoking on. That's why you can't pronounce it.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie to you. If you ask me, S-Dog, how long we've been on, I'd say 15 minutes. It's been an hour and 4 minutes. I've been over here. I forgot.
Let's go.
I honestly, these last 20 minutes, I don't know what we've even been talking about. I have completely spaced out. But brother,
We've just been having fun.
glad to be here though. Glad to be here with
Been
the
having
boys.
fun, brother.
I'm spaced
Having
out,
fun.
but I'm spacing out with the one and only MMA anomaly, folks. Hey, pour up another shot for the people.
Let's
Pour up a shot for
go.
the people.
Or you already know.
Let's
You already
go.
know. You already know. I'm pouring it up.
I feel like I'm making him do this, folks, but also Olin just needs a reason to do it. That's all that is.
Peer pressure. Peer pressure.
That
Peer
100
pressure, folks.
sounds like Nano. I don't know what that means, Leroy. But we'll take a
Boom.
shot.
Cheers to you. Cheers to
baby.
me. And cheers to everything we hope to be, folks. I hope you got everything you want for Christmas, and I hope you get everything you want in the year 2025. Do us a huge favor. Keep on going. Keep on growing. And we're going to keep this show going, folks. Cheers to you. Cheers to us.
Cheers to everybody.
Cheers to everything
bro.
in between.
Cheers to people just being alive on this day. Shout out to everyone who woke up today with our health. Shout out everyone. Hey, 2025, let's be grateful, folks. Let's be grateful. Let's be positive. Let's be grateful. And let's have a fucking good year this year, baby boys and girls. Let's go, man.
Baby boys and girls, we love that.
Let's
love
go.
that. So, we got to talk about this.
Go
We got
ahead.
to talk about this. We had a random one, right? We had the biggest weight scale snafus of the year, biggest weight miss. We got to talk into this. Biggest turnaround of 2025. Now, folks, what that means is this. It's not a debut. We're not talking about someone who came into the UFC for the first time ever in 2025. No. We are talking about instead someone that came into 2024 already a UFC fighter.
Mm-hmm.
But what they did this year really, really, truly changed the tides of yesteryear and made them into a star of tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Sterling, do you have any names on the tip of your tongue, or do you need a minute?
I honestly was going to need a minute. I want to see who you give because I want to kind of base my answers on what you're giving because I might not fully understand the question. But off your answer, I will.
Yeah. So, I mean, what it is this, right? Like if we had somebody like, I don't know, maybe Michael Johnson, who's been in the UFC for 28 years, right? Just kidding. But if we've had someone who's been in the UFC for some time, but hasn't really made a name for themselves, in the words of, my ancestor, Remy LeBeau, Gambit, ooh, I'm about to make a name for myself out here. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about the people out there that made a name for themselves in the year 2024. Les éléphants from Roulet, mon ami.
That's a good award. That's a good award. The Gambit Award.
The Gambit Award, baby. So the 2024 Gambit of the Year.
Go ahead,
Right?
brother.
I mean, there's a number of people that you got to think of.
There's a bunch in my head right now.
Right? I literally think last second I'm going to change my pick right now. I had a name written down, and I think I'm literally going to... Oh, I'm going to change it right now. I'm going to change it right fucking now.
Go ahead.
Holy
Go ahead.
shit.
Let it out.
Man. I was going to say the first name I teased, but I'm going to change it right now to Nasruddin, the sniper, Imavov. I mean, the man comes off of a loss to Sean Strickland
gets the
and
fuck
then
beat out of him.
rattles off 3 back-to-back-to-back wins
That's a good
against Roman Dolidze, Jared Cannonier, and then Brendan All-In Allen, who signed the Golden Gloves, now known as the new old gloves of the UFC, folks. I mean, Brendan Allen, if you tuned in last year, winner of the MMA Anomaly Award last year. So,
Oh, damn.
tough. Big tough. I got to hear your pick here as I go grab another chaser because it's inevitable you asked me to do another shot.
There's so many, man. I got in my head right now.
There's so many. And in the comments section below, let us know, folks, who the fuck do you have? Put more in the right to make the left feel better. What does that even mean?
Sav, I like that. I don't know what that means, but 1,000 fucking %, son. That's Leroy said that's the kind of logic he likes, and I think I'm right there with it, bro. Leroy also flipped spicy noodle soup into his left eye, so hopefully he's blind now. But
I hope the opposite. I hope you're feeling okay, brother. I would recommend maybe throwing some red top Rotos into that mother flubber. It's my favorite go-to eye drops. And while I probably put some of those in and grab a chaser for myself, Sterling, let us know who the biggest comeback star of 2024 is.
I'm gonna go. I was gonna say Brendan Olin Allen, man. I think him from getting the shit beat out of him with Sean Strickland, not being able to push through in these bigger fights, to kind of what he did this year with Chris Curtis. That fight he had with Marvin Vittori in the casino is hilarious. Damn, I should get Olin to pull up some of his past fights for me. But I would go Brendan Olin Allen. Joaquin Buckley has made a crazy turnaround since 2023. A couple more off the head. Michael Chandler getting back into the game was too bad. Fun seeing him back around. I'd like to see. You know what? How about Jim Miller? I didn't mind Jim Miller at all this year, kind of turning back up, doing his thing. Another guy I'd like to throw out there, probably light heavyweight, is Dominic Reyes. How about Dominic Reyes getting back on the win board with knocking out Dahaina and then finishing Anthony Smith, man? And hey, we don't got to.
Just want to say I banked some money on that Lahaina knockout, brother. Had to go on the Cobra Kai native himself, Dominic Reyes.
Bro, I was throwing out a couple of names while you were gone, but I think that's my answer. Dominic Reyes, man, losing to John Jones, gets sparked by Jan Blachowicz. Yuri Prohaska puts him to the shadow world, and then Ryan Spann absolutely fucked him up. And then he comes back, bro, this year, knocks Dustin Jacoby out, who is a motherfucker at kickboxing and has been in the UFC for 10 years, it feels like, and then finishes a UFC vet like Anthony Lionheart Smith, brother. Imavov's still mid at best. Allen goes further. I said Brendan
baby.
Allen.
Fucking facts.
I said Brendan Allen when you were gone, too. I said I wouldn't mind Brendan Allen being up for this award, but I'm going to go with Dominic Reyes, brother.
Look, I love Brendan Allen, and Dominic Reyes, I think, is a very, very close pick for this one. Look,
I'm going to go Dominic.
Big fan, folks. Big fan here.
I had to put the glasses on. The eyes were getting a little dry over here, folks.
What are some really good ones? Oh, you know what?
Dominic Reyes is probably the one, bro.
No. I'm talking about best other really, really good categories for us to go through. So, I mean, there's a couple of them that I came up with this year. And by I mean me and my significant other at dinner. Look, man, mostly her.
Shout out Miss Mary in the chat.
Shout out Miss Mary in the chat. Look, best national representative, right? So we came up with this talking about at dinner again, like, who's my favorite comic book character? Well, I mean, you can see to my left or my right if you're watching on live, there's a Captain America shield there. If I lifted up the sleeve of my shirt, you can see there's a well over fucking 1.5 decade tattoo there of Captain America's shield. So that's probably my favorite. Did you know this, Sterling? In Marvel Comics, they were going to do a long, long time ago a national hero for each nation. So they were going to do a Captain Norway. It was going to be Thor. They were going to do a Captain Africa. It was going to be Black Panther. And so on and so forth. It's the reason they came up with Captain Britain, which is still a comic book character today. So with that being said, that being my favorite comic book representative, had to come up with some kind of representation for a MMA award for the MMA Anomaly Show. So best national representative. I'll take the lead on this one because I know I'm definitely pulling the rug off underneath you on this.
Go ahead, brother.
So essentially the gist of this, Sterling, is best representative of their nation. Right. So like for America, you have like well over 100 representatives, right? Like Sean Strickland, Sean O'Malley, fucking Colby Covington, anybody.
John Jones,
right? Anyway,
Michael Chandler, see you at the top.
see you at the top, baby.
Dustin the
Conor
Diamond
McGregor,
Poirier.
whenever you get your house in order, I'll see you in the octagon,
Dude,
and I'll see you at the top.
Dude, that's pretty good, dude. Hey, that's pretty good. Hey, one day we should do a show where you do Michael Chandler and I just do Nate Diaz the whole time.
I'll do it, bro.
Yeah,
You just like
what's going on?
we'll do
All
a show
this
where
stuff.
like every time we talk about a different topic, they just feed me a different name.
Yeah.
And I'll do it.
That was good, dude. That was good.
Look, when it comes to talking about the best commentator, I'm not impressed with your performance. No.
But yeah, back
So-
to your award.
So
The
back
national something to see you got.
back to my national representation award.
Go ahead, brother. Because I already got mine.
It's gotta be South Africa.
Ooh,
Dricus du Plessis.
not a bad one at all, brother. Not a bad one at all, brother. And I hate to one up you here with some casual bullshit, but I think that answer goes to Chama! Fucking Alex Pereira representing Brazil. I was in Brazil drinking beer.
Chama.
We're going fucking Chama. Alex Pereira did the best, I think, this year representing his fucking country, but I did not mind. Good old fucking DDP there, brother.
And as Leroy said, Chandler is way too corny. Luckily, he is fun to watch, unless it's against Hooker. Facts, my friend. Facts. And look, dude, I do like your pick in Chama.
Chama.
I mean, my next pick.
Go ahead. I got one too. Go ahead.
Oh shit! We both
ahead.
got a fallback. You love to fucking see it, folks. Let's go. Come the fuck
All
on.
right. Good job, champ.
We'd love to see a fallback pick. And before you throw out yours, I gotta say,
Go ahead.
China.
Go ahead.
China.
China. Thank
Listen,
you.
this girl, she's gonna be huge. All right. Parents don't even know she's a fighter. All right. She got a doctor stoppage in her UFC debut. This is not. Listen. This is not fake news. She did not. This is a real doctor stoppage.
Real news that that's dogs and make talk.
Parents don't even know she's a fighter.
No.
We're talking about She Ming. And listen, She Ming business. Gonna be huge. Huge in China. China. Huge in America. She Ming. Dr. Sleep. Dr. Stoppage. She Ming business. If you disagree, you're fired.
You're gay. I would have to go.
Whoa, that was cool.
I would have to go with. That's a great one. I'm not gonna lie to you, but what do you think about this one, brother? How about Ilia Topuria representing Spain? How about that? Ilia Topuria represented Spain like a motherfucker this year, brother.
Well, let me tell you what I think about Ilia Topuria representing Spain.
Come on now, dog. You know.
Come
we get
on
down
now.
over here.
Come
we
on,
get
hit
down
that
over
snap.
here, brother.
You know what I'm saying?
Man,
Let's go.
I'm thinking of some other ones too, bro. Off the top of my head. What about Marab, Georgia?
Georgia. Oh, Georgia. I'm pretty sure they're talking about the state in that song, but
Shout out.
The
shout
country
out Ray
works, too.
Charles.
oh, I love that you knew
Shout
that.
out Ray Charles, brother.
My fucking guy.
Hey,
And this is exactly why we invite him to the show, folks.
you know how we get down, brother.
This cultured motherfucker to my
Hey,
right.
come on,
Let's
dog.
go.
Hey, your boy might be a Caucasian on the outside, but on the inside, I'm 100% soul. 100% soul and rhythm on the inside, son. But on the outside, I am complected with a Caucasian skin.
You can be my wingman anytime.
And shout out you, Maverick. But anyway, boys, I got one more for you I'd like to throw out there as well. I hate to do this because I don't fuck with these guys, but you got to go with Islam representing Russia, brother. I hate to do it. I'm not a big Russian fan, not a big Nurmagomedov nut rider, but you got to give credit where credit's due, brother. 100%, bro. 100%, bro.
I'm not a dig rider, but
Yeah, that was exactly what I needed. Hey,
I understand.
If you run that back, that probably was exactly how I said it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I fumbled the fuck out of that name. As I was saying it, I bailed. I bailed and I came back and I was like, Oh fuck.
Can we just give a quick moment of silence for that pronunciation?
Thank you, sir. Yeah.
Quick
Shit, you
moment
might
of
as well-
silence.
Might as well let that music stay. That's pretty
Let's
hard,
go.
dude. You might as
That's
well,
pretty sick,
you might
right?
as well let this stay. This how you
Little Rising Sun, little House in New Orleans ripoff.
Come on, son. Come on, son.
I can't be from the South and not have this, baby.
I don't know if the people can hear it, but in my ears, I feel like I'm going to war. I got turned up max volume right now. I'm probably screaming now.
There you go, brother. Hey!
Fucking. Ah! That's how I feel right now, son. I'm about to start Nate Diaz's motherfucker.
Ah!
Slap. Bitch. Slap.
Woo!
Hey, you know how the fuck we get down over here, so I feel like I just went to the Renaissance Festival. Yeah, keep that shit playing. I ain't know what we're talking about anymore, so we might as well just sit here and just put on some beats.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? At this point, I don't. Hey, Olin, how many people are still watching in the chat right now?
We got 26 of them, brother. We've grown 4 since I last announced it. We got 21 of you guys and gals watching on Twitter, aka X. Make sure you drop on over to the YouTube at MMA Anomaly. Drop a like, a comment, and subscribe. Smash that bell for notifications, and then drop on over for S Dogs MMA Talk. And make sure you smash that bell for notifications as well, folks.
Know how we're doing, son. I know how we're doing over here. Some of the best interviews in the motherfucking game, people. We're not fucking done. We had a banger ass year, but we're gonna have an even better 2025. Shout out the fucking boys in the chat. Shout out MMA Anomaly. Shout out Jive Turkey. Shout out Leroy. Shout out the Fight Week Show. S Dogs MMA Talk here to take over with the boys.
Let's fucking go.
We're here, motherfuckers.
Speaking of some of the interviews you've had, I already know who your pick's going to be for this next one, man.
Go ahead.
Truly do. We're going to do 2 more categories before we call it a night, folks.
I think that's a good.
I'm gonna switch back to the normal music just so that way we can utilize the soundboard, because unfortunately this one is coming off the soundboard. But you know what? We're gonna switch up the music either way here. We'll switch it up.
Boy. Oh, I'm about to roll up.
I had a feeling you'd like the jazz, brother.
Oh, bro. I think I was born in a different time period. I should have been born in the 50s, brother.
Brother, you and me both. 60s, 70s, like that's my jive.
My God,
dude, can I tell you what I have this saved as?
What is it?
So I saved this, and this is a fun fact. You can check the record, bud, as fucking Uriah Faber said on his season of Tough. When I won my most units on a single fucking bet.
My bad.
I literally added this. Not after I hit, the week before I hit. I added this for when we broke down the parlays that week. Right? It was Bud Crawford versus Errol Spence Jr. I bet 2 knockdowns and a finish. And I was pretty bullish on it, folks. Because what I did is I bet 10 units on it to turn 10 into 170. And that happened. So I turned 10 units into 170 units. Folks, look, to put that into perspective, if you bet $1 on it, or sorry, if you bet $10 on it, you turn $10 into 170. I bet a lot more than that, and here we are. So, folks,
real quick, not to throw you off there, brother, but if you can pull up what Dixon Sider just said, I want to see your thoughts on this award, brother.
Dixon Sider?
Shout out Dixon Sider on the chat, by the way, and shout out this comment right here, brother.
He said, who won the most hung MMA fighter award, asking for a friend?
Sir. Yes, sir. Dan Ige. Ige won.
That depends,
Dan
Dixon
Ige
Sider.
walks around with his nuts like this, Dixon Sider. Shout out 50K Ige. But go ahead, Olin.
Brother, that's a fact. But look, as I pour up another shot for you folks watching live, look, because I know my boy's rolling up, and if he's rolling up, I'm strolling up with a shot to go aside. Dixon, my guy, my friend,
Dixon,
my legend, my brother Dixon. Does that include fighters who haven't fought in the last 8 or 9 years and or who have only fought in smokers and amateur fights. Because if those folks are included in the conversation, you know it's got to be your boy, MMA Anomaly. Let's go.
Hey, he said the most hung, brother. He said the most hung.
Yeah, the most hung.
Not
If
the
he
most-
said the most rung, we'd talk about you.
He didn't say who's the most hideous MMA fighter. He said who's the most hung.
Look, brother, I get you're trying to make some jokes
right.
here. Okay. All right. We're making jokes
Hey,
right
it's
back.
that time of the show. That time of the show, brother.
Look,
At this point-
most hung right here. Bell's most rung right here. Let's fucking go.
Hey, what did I tell you that one day? I'm here to get killed or be killed. Come on, brother. I'm here to
My
be
guy.
killed or get killed. And
My guy's the CEO of CTE, and you already know you heard it from me. Let's go.
hey, it's too early to call. All right. We're good to go. All right.
It's like when someone asks you how you're doing 30 minutes into a shift. Too soon to tell, brother. We'll tell you a little bit further in. You
Can I
know?
pull a Jake Paul and just go walk around claiming I already have it?
And folks, by the way, I did bad math. Okay. Earlier, I said it'd be like if you bet 10 units or $10 and won 850. That was incorrect. Okay. It would be like if you bet $10. I just did the math again and won 850. So bit of a different shakeout there. Really, really good one. That's when I came up with this one. Again, boxing parlays just absolutely smacked last year, folks. And that brings us into the second to last topic of the night as my boy finishes rolling up. And I know this one ties to you on a personal level. That's why I played the smooth jazz for you, my friend. Best commentator of the year. I know you're going to have a little bit of bias here.
This is easy.
Let's hear it.
Brother, I am going with the man himself, the absolute GOAT, the legend, Mr. John Anik himself. Mr. J.A. himself. And if you're wondering, damn, man, S-Dog, what would you do if you got the chance to talk to him? Oh, I'm glad you asked that. Because if you go to S-Dog's MMA Talk, you will see episode number 33, John Anik is on the episode, folks, and it's now over 1,800 views and has over 200 likes. I big appreciate the MMA community giving your boy some motherfucking love. So I am 100% going with John Anik. And like I said, folks, if you have not tuned into that interview, go back and watch, man. Your boys interviewed Ray Longo. We interviewed Billy Quarantello, Mark Goddard, Brad Tate, Rudy Hernandez, Sam Alvey, Braxton Smith, Luis Villasenor, Aaron Jeffrey, Jason Knight, Kurt Hollaball. The list goes on and on, baby boys and girls. And if you go S-Dog, well, what about that power slap? We've had Ryan Phillips on, we've had Dorian Perez on, and we've had welterweight champ Anthony Blackburn on. So tune in, boys. We're on to big things. And Olin, let me throw this back over there to you, brother. Who do you got for commentary of the year?
Well, it's tough to beat out anybody like John Anik. He is just the best in the West, the best in the East. He's the best as long as he's sitting in the seat, folks. He's just got a voice of the guts, right? And the color commentary is just so on point. It's tough to keep up with. But if I had to pick another name to throw in that hat, I have to say Laura Sanko. I feel like her technical analysis and breakdowns are really, really up there, bro.
Olin, do not ride Laura Sanko's cock right now.
Brother, it's simply a fact of the matter that she has fought. She does have a technical understanding, and there's not a lot of bias in what she's saying. I like Laura Sanko's commentary.
That's a good point.
She doesn't have a ton of experience. She doesn't have nearly as many cards as a Michael Bisping or a John Anik or a DC, let alone a Joe Rogan. But Paul failed. But I gotta appreciate her, man. Like, she's really, really good at what she does, and she's new.
That's a good point. Yeah, that's a good point. She does make the Dana White Contender Series a lot better.
You're talking about someone with 10 years of experience versus somebody with 1 year of experience in the main event situation.
Mm-hmm. That's a good point. I at first I thought you were just riding the Laura Sanko cock.
I'm not being a dick. I have points. You know me, bro. Like,
no, that's a good point for real. When you said it, I was like, no, he did not just go with Laura Sanko. But now, I mean, I was gonna say Michael Bisping. I was gonna say Bisping, brother, just because the way or DC. DC was good this year.
DC, I really like. Bisping, I really like. I don't like them when they're not with each other.
Yeah, bro. When it's DC, John Anik, and Bisping on a fight,
it's perfect. It's perfect.
Oh my god!
Because anytime Bisping is with anybody other than DC, he talks too much, he rambles too much, and he's literally going to stop Laura from getting her points across.
Yes,
right?
Like cut people off.
And as Dixon Sider said, we're an inclusive chat. I support Laura Sanko. You and me both, brother. Now, look, Bisping and Cruz is comedy gold. I agree.
That's true. Bisping and Cruz.
Speed wins fights. When you have speed, you don't have to worry about power. That's why you don't want these hands, Bisping.
It is like a big brother, little brother when Bisping and Cruz are on the mic together.
But Cruz says that shit as the little brother, and he means it.
Yeah. It is, and like Bisping will check them sometimes live. Like he'll be like, "Cruz, chill out," or like,
"Listen here, little buddy.
Your little film, your
little buddy.
Oh, you get absolutely fucking battered. I'd batter you across the fucking.
He's hella funny." But no, like when Bisping's on the mic with anybody other than DC, he big brothers them and kind of over encompasses them and shuts them down. I don't like Bisping on a Laura Sanko card because she doesn't get a word in edgewise and he shuts her down.
Her and Paul Felder is the best. Paul
Felder is fucking fire. If I could get her, Felder, and Anik.
Oh yeah, Anik.
Or Gooden.
I don't mind Gooden. I don't mind Gooden. Fitzgerald's a little too cringy. He's a little too.
I used to hate Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald has grown on me in the last year and a half.
Really?
Yeah, he's gotten better. He's gotten a lot better with his analysis.
I cannot say the same, brother. Sorry, folks. Sorry, folks. I didn't know if y'all could see what I was doing down there for demonetization reasons. But we're back. But yeah, bro. I don't mind Laura Sanko actually. Now we talked about it a little bit. That's actually pretty solid, bro.
Yeah, like I feel like Laura Sanko is a good addition to the fight cards typically, more often than not, right? Like
yeah. Leroy put it. And again,
it really depends on who they're with, right?
That's
but just like us, like how's your show go depending on who you're with, right? Like
very true.
It's a very, very big difference depending on if you're riffing, especially if you have 3 people in the seat.
Yeah.
It depends on who you have in the other 2 seats because that can make or break a show. Same as YouTube. Now, last but certainly not least, folks, I'd be remiss if we didn't include this one in the MMA Anomaly Awards pre-show, folks. And again, quick shout out to the man, the myth, the legend, S-Dogs MMA Talk for being on the fucking show this week, folks, to go over some of these categories, some but not all. Again, make sure you're following at MMA Anomaly on Twitter. I will be posting tonight, later in the evening, the link to go and vote on each and every one of these categories and more. So, with that being said, folks, we have Best Coach of the Year.
Let's go.
I'm going to take the lead on this one, man, and I'll pass it off to you to lead us out strong.
Yeah, brother.
My gosh, my goodness, my gracious. First and foremost, it is hilarious when you pour your chaser into a Gatorade bottle because then Cool Blue just looks kind of like swamp water. Not a great look when you pour ginger beer into a Gatorade bottle, but there it is. And with that being said, folks, final shot of the show for you. Let's go, your friends. Make sure you've liked, commented, and subscribed, and let's fucking go. To almost 30 of you in the chat here right now, in the live stream right now, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, smash the bell for notifications. If you drink, raise one up. If you don't, set one down. Either way, we appreciate you for being down to clown, folks.
Fucking always.
Cheers to this one. Cheers to the next one. And cheers to each one you're able to make.
And boys and girls, everyone that's been in the chat since the start of this, thank y'all so much. We big appreciate y'all more than y'all know. Interacting in the chat. I know we might repeat this. 5 times every show, but we got to, folks. We're out here trying to grind. We're trying to ride, baby boys and girls. And imagine if we could do this full time. Come on. We're here to fucking make this shit happen, but without y'all, we cannot do it. But Olin, let me hear those awards, brother. And people, stay tuned. I'm telling y'all, when this man drops this award show, I'll be featured on it. But this man's gonna drop a fucking heater. But go ahead, brother. Get us out of here on the last award.
I appreciate it, brother. I appreciate the hype up. Man, when it comes to this one, I feel like there's a couple of different options you can get, right? The biggest 2 options to me, runner up, gotta be Fight Nerds. And shout out Dixon Cider. We appreciate you hitting that like button, brother. Fight Nerds. That is gotta be an honorable mention for best coach of the year and best gym of the year.
Yeah.
But the number 1, it's got to be the same man that you brought up, my friend, as best fighter of the year for 2024. And that's Alex Pereira. But we're talking about who coached the young man, and that is Plinio Cruz, my friend. And that man, he deserves air horns to 3 times a later. That man deserves all 3 sets of air horns because, come on, Coach Plinio Cruz, just nasty with it. And a lot of times people will say, well, I mean, why don't we see the coach actually hitting pads? Brother, watch Coach Plinio Cruz hitting pads. That is a big motherfucking man. He will still smash some fucking pads. He's teaching the future of mixed martial arts. And he's also the guy that brought Alex Pereira off the couch, off the bar stool, from saying, hey, I beat that guy twice in kickboxing, and brought him to mixed martial arts to have 5 fights in his professional career before getting thrusted up to the fucking golden tier of MMA. God. Sterling, are you on the same boat or are we sitting different, brother?
Bro, if I'll tell you right now, that was it. And if it wasn't that right there, bro, it's what my boy Leroy just dropped in the chat. Coach Eric Nixick is a motherfucker.
I think he's talking about your coach, Eric, brother.
Whooping on your boy. Look, I don't know where this whooping on your boy is coming from, folks. If you want to go back and watch Eric get his ass whooped, go to S Dogs MMA Talk on Instagram, and you will see an absolute Nate Diaz performance. Hey, that was pretty good. I just said Conor McGregor too. That was pretty good timing. But if you want to see some ass whooping, folks, that's what you're going to see right there. But I'd go with Coach Eric Nixick. Just the amount of fighters he's had this year, the amount of guys that have left gyms to go train with him, and Extreme Couture in Vegas has been insane. I love the behind the scenes he does. I love his podcast. Him and Dewey Cooper are like one of the most genuine dudes, it seems like. They got a really good fight camp. Eric Nixon seems like a really cool dude. I'm going to go with him, bro. But Coach P in Brazil with Alex Pereira, or as I guess Connecticut now, they're the men, bro. They're the best out in the game right now, brother.
Eric Nixick is definitely that guy, right?
Look at Dixon Cider.
Joshua Fabia, coach of the year, runner up. Look, man, if you like hanging upside down like a bat and taking shots to the face, he's the guy for you.
Dixon
you like getting
Cider,
chased
so
inside
funny.
the octagon with a knife?
Oh
he's
my
the
God.
guy for you.
Shout out Dixon, man. That's
shout out
hilarious.
Dixon Cider. Shout out Leroy. Shout out S Dogs. Shout out each and every one of you. Sav. Shout out. We're hoping to compete on the same Karate Combat card next year. Let's fucking go. We'll try and get Sterling on there as well.
Let's go.
Let's fucking go. That's how he's going to make his pro debut at a Karate Combat event in June or July with me and Sav. Let's fucking go, folks.
Let's fucking go.
I'm going to do, while my opponent does shots of water in between rounds, I'm going to do shots of whiskey or bourbon. You know what I'm saying? We're out here. Let's fucking go, kids. And with that being said, folks, again, last time I'll say this fucking out loud. I know it feels like a broken record. This is it, folks. If you're new, if you're old, if you're somewhere in between, please make sure you do us a huge, huge, huge favor. Greatly appreciate it. And bow down to the algorithm first and foremost. And second, like, comment, subscribe, smash that bell for notifications at MMA Anomaly, at S Dogs MMA Talk on YouTube. And again, make sure you support the homies. We really, really hope you all had a great and merry Christmas. And if you don't celebrate Christmas, we just hope you had a damn good Wednesday, folks.
Have a good holiday, you know?
And with that being said, no matter what you celebrate, We are just a handful of days away from the first day of 2025. And no matter how good or bad or in between 2024 was for each and every one of you folks, we hope 2025 is the best chapter of your lives, or at least the beginning of the best chapter in your lives. So as my guy Sterling likes to say, go out and do something nice for someone, make someone's day, give them a compliment, somewhere in between there, either fucking way, folks. We know my guy likes to spread the wealth. If you walk outside of a supermarket and you find a penny on tails, flip it over to heads and leave it for the next kid to walk by and have some fucking good luck. We all need that. And above all else, the one thing I like to ask you to do before we sign off and call it a fucking day is this. We appreciate you for being here. If I can ask you to do one thing above all else, it is this. Keep on going. Keep on growing, folks. Thank you so much. We'll see you next episode.
You've been listening to the MMA Anomaly Show. No filter. As you may have been able to tell, we dig the MMA, and our passion is to dive deep into the upcoming fights, give you our expert breakdowns, and help you make sense of all the chaos that is the fight game. We hope you've enjoyed the show. If you did, make sure to like, rate, and review. We'll be back soon, but in the meantime, make sure to find us on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch at MMA Anomaly. Be cool, and we'll see you next time.